Well, I like plan travel so I don't miss the meetings, but sometimes I'm like
The close call.
Okay, I believe we are streaming and recording.
All right. I will call to order this Thursday, September 12th, meeting of the Moab City Planning Commission at 6:05 p.m. In attendance, we have all 5 of our planning commissioners, which is very exciting. Carolyn, Miles, Jill, myself, Kaya, and Mikkel. We also have city staff, planning director Corey Shirtliff, and also
Our new community development administrative assistant, Cheryl Stewart.
amazing. Welcome, Cheryl. Nice to meet you. All right. Got good stuff. All right. So first order of business is citizens to be heard. I do not believe we received anything via email, either about something on the agenda or off the agenda. And also we have no one else here in chambers right now. So we can move on to our next item, approval of minutes, item 3, minutes from our August 8th, 2024 regular meeting. That was our last meeting here. Have folks had a chance to look those over? I believe it was just Jill and Miles who were here as well.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the minutes from our August 8th, 2024 meeting.
All right,
I'll go ahead and second that.
great. We have a motion to approve the minutes, second from Jill. We'll just do a roll call vote. All in favor of approving the minutes from our August 8th, 2024 meeting, say aye.
Hi.
Aye. All right, minutes approved unanimously. Next item of business is item 4, our first and only action item of tonight, 4.1, consideration and possible recommendation of Moab City Resolution 23, 2024, a resolution approving the Orchard Place Phase 3 minor subdivision for the property located at 663 Gala Avenue, Moab, Utah, 84532. This is a briefing and a possible action. Corey, whenever you're ready.
Thank you. We, within the Zoom land, have our applicant, Joe Downard,
Oh, it's Joe.
attempting to join. It looks like he is connected, but his audio is still waiting to connect. And he may also have 2 joining emails. So there might be some competing connection issues, but we'll go ahead and begin. But we do have the applicant attempting to join the meeting.
Okay, great.
With the briefing, as this is a administrative review of a minor subdivision, there is not much of a presentation really to be had, but we'll briefly share our draft survey plat to walk through and then maintain for any questions from the commission. So a couple components, and it was included in the summary, is first in the title, Orchard Place Phase 3, that this acreage or original tract is west of the original Orchard Place subdivision, so off Gale Ave and Winsap. So this is that back, what was literally an orchard from Joe's family is intended as the 3rd phase of that subdivision. However, as the property is transitioned, and what is Joe's hoping to do is develop not in the same standard of phasing that the original subdivision was designed. There were a few elements carried over from that original subdivision, meaning, for example, storm drainage was meant to continue and be handled and mitigated in this 3rd phase. That's being brought into consideration as we advance the development side. So right now with Joe, we are working on both the site plan application for this project, as well as what we're doing now is setting the stage for some of the platting elements. This is, again, administrative versus with the site plan, again, administrative, but at a much more intense level, meaning we'll actually be reviewing standards there. This Orchard West site plan development was originally submitted for this whole area, a multi-household development. It was prior to AEH requirements for the R3, which is what zone we're in here, with some property that was going to be maintained by the applicant for his personal home, but then a majority of the development going towards a combination of townhomes and condominiums. Again, that's not what we're reviewing tonight. But why it is relevant is what we're seeing here is a division more or less midpoint in this tract, creating a tract A1 and tract A2, A2 being the southern tract, of which, given the last couple of years and Joe trying to advance the concept for this development, feels the development opportunity on the south side, basically shrinking what was originally going to be that full development just to the south end off of Winsap as a private multi-house development, still carrying through as Orchard West. That's where we're going to be focusing on that, but then really leaving this full northern area open for, again, private development, but what was likely going to be intended towards small single family home development, probably towards Joe's family, more or less. Obviously, no development is kind of being proposed or guaranteed at this stage. It's just that's why this subdivision is happening the way it is. Within the plat itself that we see, there are some existing easements. This main easement here was for a sewer line, but the sewer main never actually was installed in this location. So while it is still on the plat, this was the additional sewer easement to the far west that we did require be relocated. So we right now do have 2 easements on the plat for sewer. The center sewer line can be vacated in the future by the applicant if he wishes. So at this point, the applicant's resolved all platting elements that will yield towards the development side. So again, very short presentation on what's being proposed here. So I'll turn it over to any questions. I'll leave the plat up for a moment if there is any discussion, but if not, I can go ahead and remove that and go back to chamber view.
So.
Hey, waiting for it to work out for you in the Zoom land. Okay. Well, I will,
We now have Joe Downer, the applicant, in the chambers as well. Welcome, Joe. Just making a note for the record.
So with the applicant having just come in the room, just a really brief recap is that we just went through just a real brief overview of what we're doing, why we're doing it, and kind of why it's a bigger piece of that puzzle. But planning commission was just to enter into questions if they had any. But now that also the applicant's in the room, you're welcome to invite applicant up if you have any specific questions for the applicant.
I don't have any questions
It
either.
seems incredibly straightforward.
Yeah, it really is. This
And
is
as
the
you-
administrative,
Yeah.
extremely administrative
Yep.
component
Yeah.
of our jobs here.
And as Corey stated, like if he met all of the requirements to have this in front of us, then yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's, I don't see any issue with it.
Mikkel.
No, I have nothing this time. You know, it's just
I
straightforward.
think that is a very good sign, that everything, it seems to have met the requirements it needs to. So, we can entertain a motion. As always, there is a draft proposed motion in the agenda summary on the first page.
I'll make a motion
Yeah.
to move that the Moab City Planning Commission forward a positive recommendation to the city council on Moab City Resolution 23-2024, a resolution approving the Orchard Place Phase 3 minor subdivision of property located at 663 Gala Avenue, Moab, Utah.
All right.
I'll provide the second.
Okay, we have a motion, a positive recommendation from Carolyn, a second from Mikkel. Any discussion from anyone else? All right, we can just do an all in favor vote whenever y'all are ready on the motion that's on the floor. All in favor of the motion for positive recommendation, say aye. Aye. All right, motion passes unanimously. Wow, I can't speak today. Unanimously, and Congrats on your minor subdivision.
Economy is a little scary.
I know. I think hopefully things are easing a tiny bit, you know? Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna finish dinner.
Also, bye, Joe. Hopefully the stove wasn't on.
Now we
See, I can just like see that.
you know, you live in a small town when you're on the applicants at Zoom at home and
Yeah.
says, oh, there's 2 minutes into this meeting and he's here faster than we
Yeah.
we could probably get
I know.
downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. Thanks, everybody. Future agenda items.
At the moment, I think we are probably gonna have another minor subdivision coming towards you, at the second meeting of September. I don't know if there will be any development level applications ready, but we do have some that are working through final rounds of DRT, so there could be. But as we've been saying for a long time, stuff's cooking, but I think finally now we're actually getting to the final phase. So I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of a summer break, if we even want to call it that, and moving into fall development planning time. So I think we'll be pretty active with development approvals coming forward, but then Michael and I are additionally continuing to work with our consultants on the zoning title update. It's been a while since we've talked about that. We finally have some materials coming forward from the consultants that are being reviewed by our attorneys right now, and would love to at some point get some of that framing over for your review. Likely not at our next meeting, but hopefully into October for sure. So that's really my update. Very loose update at the
Yeah.
moment, but some update all the same.
Awesome.
In addition to that, kind of out of future agenda items, just wanted to introduce formally outside of roll call, our new community development admin assistant, Cheryl Stewart. Cheryl is residing at the desk in the building office upstairs in City Hall, and is coordinating as community development, not just for planning, but across the full community development board. So pulling engineering, building, planning,
Great.
sustainability, and I think coordinating out to DRT. So some of our outside of the formal community development group, but also into the full realm of the city. So any citizens listening at home, this is the person you're going to want to bring chocolates to. And this is our really great admin assistant. And your second week, third. Well, yeah, that's true. This week's gone by pretty quick. Third week, and it's been going excellent. I hope Cheryl feels the same way. So
Awesome.
very, very welcome and so happy to have you.
Yay.
It's a good sign.
We'll try our best to keep you. So, and then I should also note that we also now have our city council liaison, Luke Wojciechowski, in the audience as well, for the record. But otherwise, nice short meeting.
Yes,
Call it at 6:18 p.m.
thanks everyone.
That was.
It's very short.
Hey.
One of the faster ones.
All right, meeting adjourned.